Union Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad criticizes Rahul Gandhi for spreading negativity during the crisis times, accuses Rahul Gandhi of making false allegations on COVID-19. Three days Army Commanders Conference begins in the national capital today. The first phase of the conference will be held till the 29th of May, while the second and the final phase to be held in the last week of June. Indians stranded abroad continue to be brought back through the Vande Bharat mission. Ministry of Home Affairs asks states to direct hotels to refund 7 days advance payments received from quarantine repatriates as the government cuts institutional quarantine period from 14 days to 7 days. Process of sending migrant workers home through Shramik Special Train continues under mission back home. 44 lakh passengers transported to their native places aboard 3,274 Shramik trains. Recovery rate of COVID-19 patients rises further in the country to 42.44%, over 64,425 patients discharged, 83,004 active cases in the country with 4,337 fatalities. The flood situation now worsens in Assam. Nearly 2 lakh people affected in 7 districts. Nearly 9,000 people shifted to 35 relief camps. 1,007 hectares of crop area affected in the state. Several parts of North and West India reel under scorching heat wave. Mercury touches 50 degrees Celsius in Rajasthan's Churu. Delhi too sizzles at a maximum of 47.6 degrees. The Met Department predicts respite by Thursday owing to fresh western disturbance. Good afternoon. Welcome to the newscast. I'm Amritpal Singh. Our top story: Union Law Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad hit back at the Congress leader Rahul Gandhi. The Union Minister has slammed Rahul Gandhi for spreading negativity during the crisis times. Ravi Shankar Prasad accused Rahul Gandhi of making false allegations on the government's fight against COVID-19.
पहली बात राहुल गांधी ने कही कि लॉकडाउन हैज फेल्ड। मैं हमेशा कहता हूं कि राहुल गांधी तो होमवर्क करते नहीं, बेबुनियाद आरोप लगाना उनकी फितरत बन गई है। जहां कोरोना है, चाइना को छोड़कर 142 करोड़ और भारत की आबादी है 137 करोड़। अब इस 142 करोड़ वाले 15 देशों में कुल कितने लोग मरे हैं? कल 26 मई सायंकाल 6:30 बजे की मैं रिपोर्ट दे रहा हूं, 3,43,562 लोग मरे हैं। भारत में 4,345 लोगों की डेथ हुई है।
The Union Minister said that Rahul Gandhi is weakening India's COVID fight. This campaign is based on falsehood and deliberate twisting of facts. The Union Minister elaborated on this.
लॉकडाउन करके माननीय प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने जो हिम्मत दिखाई है, जो देश को नेतृत्व दिया है, जो पूरे देश को एक साथ जोड़कर काम करने की कोशिश की है, उसका यह फायदा है। राहुल गांधी के बारे में विस्तार से बताना चाहता हूं। देश का संकल्प उन्होंने कैसे कमजोर करने की कोशिश की, इसको 4 खंडों में मैं रख रहा हूं। स्प्रेडिंग नेगेटिविटी, वर्किंग अगेंस्ट द नेशन ड्यूरिंग क्राइसिस, तीसरा हंग्री फॉर फॉल्स क्रेडिट, चौथा से वन थिंग डज समथिंग एल्स, और पांचवा है मिस इन्फॉर्मेशन और फेक न्यूज।
The first phase of Army Commanders Conference began today in South Block. During the next 3 days the Chief of Army will hold discussions with all the commanders. The focus of the conference is going to be about logistics, human resources and management of the Army. The conference was scheduled in the month of April but had to be postponed due to COVID-19 pandemic. The conference will be held in 2 phases. The second phase will be held in the last week of June. The Chief of Air Staff, Air Chief Marshal RKS Bhaduria, operationalized the second squadron of India's indigenous light combat aircraft Tejas at the Sulur Air Base in Coimbatore this morning. He also flew a single-seater LCA of the first number 45 squadron on the occasion. The second squadron is being raised with the first aircraft in the final operational clearance configuration, with more to be added later. The Indian Air Force has so far ordered 40 LCAs split between initial operational clearance version and the more advanced FOC configuration. The Tejas inducted today is a part of the resurrected number 18 Squadron Flying Bullets, which was formed on the 15th of April 1965 with the motto Tivra or Nirbhaya, meaning swift and fearless, and used to operate MiG-29 fighter jets. The Vande Bharat mission now is set for its third phase, where the government is planning to widen its reach and efficiency in the coming weeks. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar conducted a review meeting of the mission. The focus of the meeting was to ramp up the scale of the mission and enhance its efficiency. Dr. Jaishankar, through a series of tweets, highlighted the key takeaways from the meeting. He tweeted that there are plenty of lessons learned from Vande Bharat mission performance so far of the 173 flights and the 3 ships covering 34 countries. He further said that there will be further expansion of phase 2 of the Vande Bharat mission from 17th May to 13th of June, which is currently underway. It will target 1 lakh passengers from 60 countries. The preparations for the third phase, widening our footprint, has already commenced. The centre is planning increase in entry points and expanded feeder flights. There will be a welcome approval of chartered flights from May 26th. Moreover, Indians returning through land borders has been started from the 26th of May. Arrangements are being made for amnesty beneficiaries in the Gulf. He informed that the naval evacuation of fishermen stranded in Iran will happen in June. He also announced that Air India will shortly shift to direct ticketing to facilitate bookings abroad. The minister said that the centre is working with the state governments for more efficient use of cumulative quarantine capacity. Under the mission, around 140 flights from the Gulf countries are scheduled till the 8th of June under the mission. Yesterday, 8 flights from Gulf countries, 4 each from Dubai and Abu Dhabi, carried more than 1,400 Indians back home to Kochi, Kozhikode, Kannur and Thiruvananthapuram. Only asymptomatic passengers are being allowed to board the flight, while priority was given to passengers with medical emergencies, pregnant women, senior citizens, etc. Indian Consul General of the UAE of Dubai, Vipul, said that around 10,000 Indians from Dubai are likely to go back to the extended second phase of the mission.
We are beginning the phase 2 plus of Vande Bharat mission from Dubai. We have flights almost every day to each of the airports in Kerala. But in addition, we have flights to Delhi, we have to Jaipur, we have 4 flights to Hyderabad, we have flights to Goa, 4 airports in Tamil Nadu. So a number of states will be covered in this phase 2 plus in the next 7-8 days from here in Dubai. And altogether, I think we will be able to send back about 10,000 people during phase 2 plus.
In the ongoing Vande Bharat mission, the evacuation flight to Kolkata left from Dhaka. The special flight has about 112 people working in a factory in Bangladesh. Once the passengers reach Kolkata, they will be placed in quarantine for 14 days, following which they will travel to their homes. Kolkata was not among the destinations in the initial list of 149 repatriation flights from more than 30 countries in the second phase of Vande Bharat mission. The second phase began on the 16th of May after some 15,000 people were repatriated on 64 flights in the first phase. The Gaya airport in Bihar is the landing point for special Vande Bharat flights. So far, special flights at Gaya airport have arrived from UK, Muscat and Doha. The 4th Air India flight carrying 127 stranded passengers from Bishkek, Kyrgyzstan reached Gaya International Airport yesterday. Passengers are being sent for the 14-day quarantine after proper medical screening. The state government has arranged a hotel for the passengers. 6 flights have so far been scheduled to land at the Gaya airport. These flights will come till the 3rd of June.
प्रॉब्लम नहीं थी, वहाँ की गवर्नमेंट बहुत सपोर्टिव है और इंडियन एम्बेसी का बहुत साथ था, लेकिन फाइनली हम लोग को एक था कि अपना घर जाएंगे, अपनी मम्मी पापा के पास रहेगी, इसलिए हम लोग सुकून से यहाँ आना चाहते हैं। परेशानी कुछ नहीं हुई है, एक्चुअली इंडियन गवर्नमेंट अच्छा प्रोवाइड की है, इंडिया में एवरीथिंग हम लोग को मिला, फूड और किसी चीज़ की प्रॉब्लम नहीं हुई।
थैंक यू टू माय गवर्नमेंट एंड इंडियन एम्बेसी और मुझे यहाँ लाने के लिए। और हम लोग बाहर में रहते हैं, बाहर देश में रहते हैं, हमारी पहचान इंडिया ही है और सर दिल से सल्यूट करते हैं।
The Indian Railways has now transported over 44 lakh migrant workers on board 3,274 Shramik Special Trains till the 26th of May. The effort has been a mammoth one involving immense cooperation between different state governments and the railways. The Indian Railways operationalized 3,274 Shramik Special Trains till the 26th of May. More than 44 lakh passengers were ferried back to their homes through these Shramik Special Trains. In 25 days, more than 74 lakh free meals and more than 1 crore water bottles were distributed by the railways. In addition to the Shramik Specials, Railways also running 15 pairs of special trains connecting New Delhi from the 12th of May. Railways plans to start 200 more timetable trains from the 1st of June 2020. The Railways has ensured that all precautionary guidelines are followed in view of the COVID-19 situation.
The Indian Railways has been working day and night since 1st May to ensure safe and comfortable passage for the migrants. We started on 1st May with 5,000 people being moved in 4 trains. Now we are moving about close to 5 lakh people every day.
On the 1st of May, the railway started migrant special trains to facilitate the movement of workers back to their home states. In the last 4 days, the railways has operated 260 trains on an average daily, carrying about 3 lakh passengers. The top 5 states and union territories from where maximum trains originated are Gujarat, Maharashtra, Punjab, Uttar Pradesh and Delhi. The top 5 states where maximum trains terminated are Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Jharkhand, Odisha and Madhya Pradesh. The Union Ministry has written to all states that citizens who have been quarantined in hotels after their return from abroad and who were made to pay an advance of 14 days must be refunded half the amount as per the revised guidelines. The Home Ministry has intervened following the complaints that some hotels used as temporary quarantine centres for people travelling from outside the country were refusing to return 7-day advance money after the government cut down institutional quarantine period from 14 days to 7. As per the latest guidelines, protocol for institutional quarantine has been revised to 7 days, followed by 7 days of home quarantine after medical assessment. Since they can now leave the home for home quarantine after 7 days, the amount paid by them for the remaining 7 days needs to be refunded to them, which some hotels are refusing to refund. The Home Ministry has asked the states to ensure that hotels refund 7 days quarantine stay charges paid by people returning from abroad who did not end up staying for those days. India's recovery rate against COVID-19 is on the continuous rise. The current recovery rate stands at 42.4%, with 64,425 patients cured and discharged. The total active cases stand at 83,004, while 4,337 have succumbed to the disease. In its regular press briefings, the Health Ministry informed that India has rapidly increased its testing capacity and is on track to meet the emerging requirements. India is now testing an approximate 1.1 lakh samples per day As of today, India has 612 total labs, 430 run by the ICMR and 182 run by the private sector to test the population for COVID-19 infection. Guidelines have been issued to states and UTs advising immediate testing for symptomatic and home quarantine for asymptomatic migrant workers. The city of Kolkata is gradually limping back to normalcy, but it will take a few more days to restore total normalcy in the city ravaged by cyclone Amphan. The problem is still very much lying in the lanes and by-lanes where uprooted trees are still fallen and snapped electric lines and damaged segments of the buildings. 5 columns of the army and the NDRF and disaster management teams sent out by the Odisha government are working in cohesion with each other. Drinking water and electric connections have been restored in large swaths of the city. Director General of Fire Services in West Bengal, Jagomohan, has said that all main roads in the city are now cleared for traffic movement. Second in command of the NDRF, Rajesh Negi, has said that they will be in the city for a few more days.
Overall situation is a big tree is precariously positioned in the residential area, and we have to cut it safely so that no damage is done to the dwelling houses which are there. The roads are clear as of now, and some of the trees are lying on the side. The roadways are clear, but they have to be cleared. They will be cleared subsequently, though the work is going on. I think it will take a couple of days. But otherwise things are moving smoothly, and we are trying to provide as much relief to the people and as quickly as possible.
In clearing the uprooted trees, helping the electricity department. 18 teams are working in this particular, 19 teams are working. So generally whatever feedback I am getting, most of the places electricity is restored, water supply is there, and communication is also restored. Most of the places, yeah, except like this by lanes and lanes where few trees are hung up. So there may be some issues. Otherwise, generally where my teams are working under KMC, most of the places they say that there is a water and electricity and mobile network is there.
Nearly 2 lakh people in 7 districts of Assam have been affected by floods as incessant rain across much of the state worsened the situation on Wednesday. According to the Assam State Disaster Management Authority, 229 villages in 17 revenue circles of Dhemaji, Lakhimpur, Darang, Nalbari, Golpada, Dibrugarh and Tinsukia have been affected by floods. Nearly 9,000 of the affected are taking shelter in 35 relief camps set up in Dhemaji, Lakhimpur, Golpada and Tinsukia districts. A total of 1,007 hectares of crop area has been submerged due to flooding and around 16,500 domestic animals and poultry affected. Most rivers in the state continue to remain in spate with the Jia, Bharali and Brahmaputra flowing above the danger mark in Sonitpur and Nemuti Ghat in Jorhat respectively. The situation in the region is likely to remain grim for the next few days, with the India Met Department issuing a red alert predicting heavy to very heavy rainfall in Assam and Meghalaya from the 26th to the 28th of May. Well, the Madras High Court has told the Tamil Nadu government on Wednesday to reconsider its decision to convert late Chief Minister Jayalalitha's residence in Chennai into a memorial and declared her niece and nephew as legal heirs of her property worth several crores. A division bench of Justices N. Kirubakaran and Abdul Kudosh also suggested that Veda Nilayam located in the upmarket Post Garden be converted into the official residence of the Chief Minister of the state, while a portion of the property can be a memorial if needed. The order came days after Tamil Nadu Governor Banwarilal Purohit promulgated an ordinance to allow the state government to take temporary possession of the post-garden residence and set up of a foundation under Chief Minister K. Palaniswamy for the purpose of converting it into a memorial. The court then posted the matter for reporting compliance with regard to creation of a trust after 8 weeks. The bench dismissed another plea moved by AIADMK cadre K. Pugalenthi, seeking to appoint him as the administrator of properties of the late Chief Minister. The Afghan government said it was in the process of freeing 900 Taliban members from prison on Tuesday, the biggest such release yet, and has urged the insurgent group to extend a 3-day ceasefire set to end at midnight. The release was part of a prisoner swap under a deal struck by the Taliban and the United States and Qatar in February as a precursor to the peace talks between the Islamist militants and an inclusive Afghan delegation aiming to end a 2-decade-old war. The Taliban had announced a 3-day ceasefire for Eid al-Fitr, a holiday that ends the Muslim holy fasting month of Ramzan, a move that was welcomed by both the Afghan and the US governments. Fighting between Taliban and Afghan forces had intensified before the ceasefire, and the government said it would resume an offensive against the militant group in the wake of its deadly attacks nationwide earlier this month. US President Donald Trump renewed his desire for a full military withdrawal from Afghanistan, but added that he had not set a target date amid speculation that he might make ending America's longest war part of his re-election campaign. Trump said that he said that we are there for 19 years and that's enough, and can always go back if we want. Asked if the Thanksgiving holiday on November 26 was the target, Trump said that he did not have a target. North India is reeling under intense heat wave, after which the Met Department has issued a red alert for the next 2 days for the region. The Met Department has said that the winds coming from east may bring soaring temperatures down from Thursday onwards. The mercury has touched 50 degrees Celsius in Rajasthan's Churu. This is the second highest maximum temperature recorded in Churu district in the month of May in the last 10 years. The district had recorded a high of 50.2 degrees Celsius on the 19th of May 2016. The Met Department has issued red alert for Rajasthan, where many regions are expected to see mercury crossing the 45 degrees Celsius mark. The national capital also continues to sizzle at above normal temperatures. Palam Observatory in Delhi recorded a temperature of 47.6 degrees Celsius on Tuesday, the highest recorded temperature for the past 10 years for the month of May. Earlier on the 18th of May 2010, a temperature of 47.6 degrees Celsius was recorded. Delhi's temperature has also constantly been on 45-46 degrees Celsius mark for the past few days. Similar conditions prevail in a few other states. Heat wave conditions set to prevail through Wednesday, but a western disturbance is expected to hit the northwest region on Thursday, which may bring the temperature down in the region. Easterly winds are also likely to reach Delhi via Bihar and Uttar Pradesh, which may give some respite from the rising heat. The Met Department has forecast winds blowing at a speed of 60 km per hour on Friday and Saturday, leading to rain and thunderstorm. This will coincide with the low-intensity showers in the hilly regions. Moreover, conditions are favorable for further advance of southwest monsoon into some parts of South Bay of Bengal, Andaman Sea and adjoining Central Bay of Bengal during the next 24 hours.
Many parts of the country, if you talk about Rajasthan, we have received up to 50 degrees Celsius temperature yesterday, and many parts of the country received more than 45 degrees. Even Delhi is also received more than 46 degrees yesterday. And if you talk about the today conditions, this is likely to continue for today also. And we are expecting severe heat wave conditions over Haryana, Rajasthan, even Madhya Pradesh today. And from thereafter, there will be a reductions in the heat wave from tomorrow onwards, and thereafter if you talk about the day 3, and we are expecting under the influence of western disturbances, western Himalaya region received the rainfall activities, and even plains also received the light to moderate rainfall activity, and thereafter heat wave condition will be await from most part of the countries.
So if you live in North India, be careful. There is an intense heat wave going on. Stay indoors if possible. And if you have to move out, take an umbrella, take care, drink a lot of water, a lot of fluids, take care of yourself. Well, that's it in this newscast. But before we close, a quick run through the headlines once again. Union Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad criticizes Rahul Gandhi for spreading negativity during the crisis, accuses Rahul Gandhi of making false allegations against the government on COVID-19. 3 days of Army Commanders Conference begins in the national capital. The first phase of the conference will be till the 29th of May, while the second phase to be held in the last week of June. Indians stranded abroad continue to be brought back through Vande Bharat mission. The Ministry of Home Affairs asked the states to direct hotels to refund 7 days of advance payments received from quarantine repatriates as the government cuts institutional quarantine period from 14 to 7 days. The process of sending migrant workers home through Shramik Special Trains continues under Mission Back Home. 44 lakh passengers transported to the native places aboard 3,274 Shramik trains. The recovery rate of COVID-19 patients rises further in the country to 42.44%. Over 64,425 patients discharged, 83,004 active cases in the country with 4,337 fatalities. Flood situation worsens in Assam. Nearly 2 lakh people affected in 17 districts. Nearly 9,000 people shifted to 35 relief camps. 100,000 hectares of crop area affected in the state. Several parts of North and West India reel under scorching heat wave. Mercury touches 50 degrees Celsius in Rajasthan's Churu. Delhi too sizzles at a maximum of 47.6 degrees. The Met Department predicts respite by Thursday owing to fresh western disturbances. Well, that's it in this newscast. Thanks for watching. Namaskar.